What's up, everybody? Ted here, TNT Strength and Conditioning. We're going to go over the workout of the month for the athletes and the powerlifters for August. A lot of my athletes are getting ready for their first powerlifting meet, or they're still novices. So this is a continuation from the previous month, where it was very powerlifting based. This is the same thing. So let's take a look what we got. So we got a lower body workout, workout A. We start with box jumps, 5 sets of 3. That could be one box height for all 5 sets, or 3 different box heights and you just jump to a jump to a jump, increasing height, or one box height adding ankle weights, light dumbbells, or kettlebells. Moving on. Now this is good stuff right here. Check it out. We would do any squat. We'll look at the rep scheme. We did a set of 5, 2 of 3, 3 sets of 1, working up to a max or near max, or 5 sets of 5. Second exercise would be a deadlift, and we would switch that deadlift up: sumo, deficit, block pull, conventional pull, with chains or bands. We'd rotate in the same rep scheme: 1 of 5, 2 of 3, 3 of 1, or 5 sets of 5. Meaning that on, for example, week 1, you do your squat variation, you work up to your single. Your second exercise would be your deadlift variation. You do your repetition work, 5 sets of 5. The following week, when you come back around to the lower body, you would then do your deadlift for your up to your 1 set, and your squats would be your repetition work, 5 sets of 5, constantly rotating in a conjugate fashion. Then for assistance work, we were pulling the sled, doing forward lunges, the 2 sets, 6 each leg. So if you're advanced and strong and kind of been training like this, you're going to use weight. If you're a beginner, you're going body weight. If you're a beginner, just to backtrack to this, I'm probably not having you go up to 1 rep. You're doing 5 sets of 5, or we're changing the rep scheme to based on the athlete's skill level. Moving on, we got kettlebell shrugs, 2 sets of 10, coupled with a band pull apart, 2 sets of 10. That would be 10 hand palms facing down, palms facing up, so it'd actually be 20 reps total. Finish up with grip and ab work, captain's crush, forearms, plate squeezing. We've gone over it in the other months, so if you're paying attention, you know what I'm talking about. Now we're going to go over to the upper body workout. Similar rep scheme as we did with the lower, but first we'll talk about what we did here on the top was plyometric push-ups, 6 triples. So whatever your abilities are, chest clapping, behind the back, hand clapping, chest slapping, things like that. Moving on, we would rotate the press. So it didn't always have to be a bench press. It could be a bench press, a floor press, an overhead press, a log press, an alternating dumbbell press. We have tons of variations. We rotated through. Week 1, we would go with the 1 of 5, 2 of 3, 3 of 1. Then the next week we do repetition work, 5 sets of 5 seem to be good. Sometimes I would change that to 5 sets of 3, depending on the athlete. Rotating every time. Even just rotating the bench press by itself. You could go wide grip, medium grip, narrow grip. There's 3 exercises right there, all still on the flat bench. So moving on for our secondary work. This workout was like pretty tough. It really, the volume was high in this. It was hard. So bent over row, 4 sets, 10 to 6 reps. So you hit 10, work your way up in weight, down in reps. Tricep rollback, same thing. You could either keep the weight and hit all 4 sets at 10, or go a little heavier and go down in reps. Then we couple together sled rows, band shoulder rotation. So sled row is we have the strap long, we squat down, pull the sled, step back, no more slack in the strap, pull back. So you don't have any of that negative effect. It's just the explosive pull, staying down in a nice tight base. And shoulder rotations, bands on your foot, light band, like a micro band, maybe a mini band. I pretty much have everybody go with a micro, and we're rotating the shoulder. So palm down, thumb up, getting shoulder rotation. That is not supposed to be heavy. That's really prehab work. Keeps the shoulders healthy from all this pressing. Then we have an overhead carry, 2 sets for 100 foot, weighted abs, 2 sets max. Just pick your weighted ab chains, holding a weight, however you want to do it. Some guys would even do plank work, weighted, which is awesome. And the overhead carry could be a keg, could be a 1-arm or 2-arm, but either way, it was 100 foot total of work. Finishing up with some wrist curls just to get the forearms pumped up, feeling good. And we move on to the 3rd day. This was our speed training. So before we started the actual speed work, we were getting the body ready for speed work through lunge jumps, object jumping, and battle ropes. All in a circuit, all 3 exercises. So it's 3 sets, 3 per side on the lunge jump, 3 object jumps, and then sub-max on the battle ropes. Just get the heart rate up. You can even jump around doing those. Lunges, I mean, I can go over the battle rope variations in another video. Then move on to our speed work. We would squat, 8 sets of 2. I would adjust the percentages based on the athlete. So these guys aren't, if your athletes aren't super explosive, or if they're getting ready for sports, they don't need to be in the powerlifting rep range, percentage range per se. We keep it a little bit lighter so they can stay explosive and learn the skill of the movement. So 60% waved through to 75. So it'd be like 60, 65, 70, 75 would be a 4-week wave on that. Those percentages worked out really well for us. Then we would do a deadlift, same way, 8 doubles, waving through that 60, 65, 70, 75%. And a lot of times I would switch the deadlift. They didn't always have to be the same. The squats were pretty much always the same. We didn't do these on the box this month because we've previously been doing a lot of box squats. So I don't want everybody to use the box as a cushion. Then we would do floor presses, 6 sets of 3. I found that I had most people end up doing 9 sets of 3. Just played out better for the overall rep scheme. Then 3 ab exercise. Pick 3 exercises, couple them together with any extra credit. So most people's extra credit is going to be posterior chain work, hamstrings, lower back, upper back, tricep work, any of that stuff. That pretty much the stuff you don't see in the mirror is usually most people's weaknesses. But if you got somebody who's got shoulder problems, or they do a lot of throwing, we're going to prehab the shoulder, not beat up the shoulder. So that may be your extra credit. Could be your abs, could be an exercise you're not even good at and you just want to build skill, body weight stuff, gymnastic drills. We had a lot of fun mixing that up. So that's the workout for August. Any questions, hit me up. Hopefully you like it. Let's just take another pan through on the camera so you can see what we got. Very conjugate style, rotating exercises, working up heavy, hitting secondary work. All right, hopefully you like it. Take care. See you later.